Racquetball Tim here again for another gameplay analysis video. We're going to look at David again. He came back for some more lessons and some more video analysis. His game has really improved. Pretty proud of him. Works hard and loves the game, studies the game like I do. It's just awesome to see. Alright, so he's playing Maria. We've seen her before in our videos. She's a women's A player. Very good forehand, nasty drive serve when it's on. And she hustles for everything. She's fun to play against. Super nice lady too. Everyone loves Maria. Okay, I'm going to play the video forward here and see if I can help you out, David. It's one of the serves we worked on there, the wallpaper serve, since you're a lefty. Okay, so on this court here at Whitney Ranch Rec Center in Las Vegas, or Henderson actually, they have the glass sidewall on the back left on court 3. So I love this serve choice. You want to make them work as hard as possible in that back left corner because of the glass. You get a lot of reflection. It's just very difficult to hit shots in that back left corner. So wallpaper serve, excellent choice. You hit a lot of high wallpapers. I do recommend mixing up low and medium wallpaper serves as well. That's just too difficult of a shot right there, David. So this ball came off the back. Let's see, Maria hits a... Okay, so this ball came off the back. If you let this drop nice and low, then I would shoot that. But you're in a bad position. You're kind of leaning back. Anytime you're in the back court like this and you're out of position, just go to the ceiling. It's just such a good game plan to just get yourself out of trouble, go to the ceiling, get yourself back in position where you want to be in position, and then put her in the backcourt. Okay, so trying a shot like this is just ill-advised. And now look where she is, and you're just in a horrible spot. The last thing you want to do is to hit to Maria's forehand. She's ready for this one. And the last place you want to be is behind Maria, or behind your opponent in general. So double negative there. Not good. Ceiling ball would have gotten you out of trouble. So she should put this away. She does. Lesson learned, I hope. Anytime you're in the backcourt in trouble, ball's high, out of your hitting zone, don't try to be a hero. Just go to the ceiling. That should have been a ceiling ball as well. Okay, good ceiling. Too long, but good choice on the ceiling, I mean. Get your racket up. Oh, that was a setup, David. Okay, so you earned a setup, and you didn't recognize it. Okay, so you didn't back up far enough. This was actually a setup. You got to back up more. You kind of froze there. Let's see where your starting position was. Okay, so you started here. You recognize a ceiling ball. You got to back all the way up. Let this drop. Racquetball is a tough sport when you're missing opportunities to score. I think the reason you didn't recognize this, that this was an opportunity, is look at your racket. I think you probably see that too because we talk about this a lot. And I bet you watch enough video where you're like, yep, my racket's down. He's right. So if you had that racket up, what I would have done is backed up and caught it, low. Took the ball low, maybe like a medium shot right down the line. Just hammer that right down the line. Or if I was in your position, I'd have my racket up and hit this overhead right down the line as well. Something aggressive. You're in a good spot in the court. You're in center court. She's kind of in front of you there. Any pass will do. The last thing you want to do here is go ceiling. It's just a waste of opportunity. And again, you hit the ceiling ball to her forehand, so you want to avoid her forehand at all costs. In general, avoid your opponent's forehand. Good save. Flick that to the ceiling. Good smart shot. Just keep that to her backhand. Oh, and she hits the miracle shot. You're out of position. Hustle. I remember that rally. It's a bad place to be in the front court there when your opponent's hitting. You guys were discussing the election, I think, here. I'm kidding. Alright, so Maria's going to probably set up for her drive serve. Let's see where you're at. Perfect. Down and ready. Knee should be flexed. Racket is in the backhand grip. That's where it should be. And people always ask me, why do you start in the backhand grip? Because most serves go to your backhand. Your opponent's going to, in general, attack your backhand. So hold the racket in the backhand grip, and you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble. Also, if she does serve to your forehand and you have to cross over here to the left side, Switching from the backhand grip to the forehand grip is very simple, very easy for most people. So it's just, in general, a good rule to begin each rally with the backhand grip when you're returning serve. Also, when you're in position in the middle of the rally and your opponent is hitting a shot, you should also be in the backhand grip as well. Let's roll this forward. Good shot. Go to the ceiling. It was a good serve. Respect the serve. So there's that same situation we just had earlier, where you had an opportunity to take an offensive shot and you kind of stopped. So you hit a good ceiling ball. She hit a weak return here. Get that racket up. See your racket? There's just nowhere to shoot this ball if your racket's down. You're just not recognizing the opportunity to shoot it. So get that ball up. Sorry, get that racket up. And this is a weak position. You should already be halfway through your swing. And you're backing up. If you had gotten back a little earlier with your racket up, you could have been in position to take a more offensive shot. An offensive shot in general, to me, is when your feet are set and you're able to move forward. You're able to step forward into the shot. You're actually stepping back. See your right leg there? So this is not an offensive opportunity. This is something that's you're gonna have to practice and try to recognize over time. Is recognize when you have a defensive opportunity or when you have an offensive opportunity. This is certainly not an offensive opportunity. I would just hit a nice ceiling ball down the line to her backhand and get yourself in position. So when we try for offense when we shouldn't, we miss a lot. The percentages go down, and as a result, we get skips and shots left up. Good ceiling. Try to keep it to her backhand though. You executed that so well that it didn't really matter what side it was on. It was a perfect ceiling ball. Well done. I like the mixture of the serve there. It wasn't well executed. You hit it too long, but I do like the idea, mixing up the serve. Now you're just out of position. Oh, good save. Good save, and you forced her to hit an extra shot, and she missed it. Excellent hustle. Nice and tight. A little too long off the back wall there, but it's pretty good. Pretty good wallpaper. Nice. Get back, get back. Same position. Okay, so that's something you can work on. We talked about, we did that drill actually while we were excuse me, where we were moving around the court, starting in good position behind the dotted line, and then shuffling back with your racket up. Remember that, David? So look, you shuffled, but your racket's down. Shuffle back, see your feet shuffling? That's excellent, that's what I want, but racket up, okay? If your racket had been up, you probably could have shuffled back a little farther, and then you could have had an offensive opportunity. Again, you're backing up. This is not offense. Your right foot, again, is up in the air, not offense. This is a defensive opportunity. Sometimes in racquetball, we try to force things. And what I like to do is I like to have a game plan going onto the court. Before I step on the court, I want to have a game plan. So in general, when the ball's high and deep in the court, I try to go ceiling. That's my general game plan. So when the action gets heated and it's a close game and I'm flustered, or maybe it's just a very competitive match and I'm not quite thinking straight, at least I have that game plan, that underlying game plan to work with, where I know that if a shot's high and deep in the court, I'm going to go ceiling. Just helps you when you're not quite as focused to have that game plan. So this is not a good shot. You executed it well and you got a little lucky bounce there, which is nice, and it feels good to hit that shot, but in general, I would recommend going ceiling. Good second serve. Weak return, cut it off. I like how you cut it off. I don't like the shot choice though. I definitely like how you cut that shot off. I wouldn't have waited for this to come off the back wall, because Maria's out of position right now, so why not shoot this? But what's the rule? If you're going to pinch to the side they're on. She's on the left side of the court. You should pinch to the left side pinch to the left corner. It brings the ball to the right side of the court, which means she has to run a long way to get to it. When you try to pinch to the right side of the court, which is a reverse pinch from where you're standing, the ball comes this way, comes right to her. She has less distance to travel. Pinch to the side your opponent's on. Also, this ball is way too high to pinch. I would not pinch this. If you're going to cut off a shot, which is difficult because you short hopped it, This ball's too high. I just would have had a nice pass over here, and she would have had to, run a long way to get to it. And if she did get to it, she's out of position. I'm behind the dotted line in good position. So ill-advised shot and not good execution, and now as a result you're out of position. She's in good position. Although it looks like she went to the ceiling, she should have let that ball drop. Good ceiling. That's gonna give you a setup usually. Yep. There's your setup. Oh, you hammered it right at her. That happens. All right, I'm gonna cut this video right now, and I'll make this probably a 4 or 5 part video. I want to keep these videos around 10 or 11 minutes long, just for purposes of easier uploading.